face this shit.
Mr. Fox.
We got the Camaro out. We got it back. I'm really disappointed. And all these tire companies, they are always something. Always something with these guys. Got the Camaro out. It lasted the night. We got something to get to work in. Camaro's dirty as hell. All these towels and everything I used to be cleaning up the windows and everything looks a lot better now. Got to remove some old tent, some new wipers. I actually got a scratch on that when it was raining really bad, and the damn thing fell off track just a little bit and scratched the windshield. But we got to take care of that. I still got to get that NRG steering wheel installed. I just haven't had time to do any of that either. But it's all coming along. I just got to find a shop to do it, or at least a place to do it, because I live in a condo, so I really don't have that much room to work on my cars here. But yeah, gotta go to work. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. Kind of like the BMW, but not in the same sense. This car is pretty damn low, but the problem with these Camaros is it's not that they're low, that's the issue. It's just everything kind of like hangs down real low. So you have to be real careful when going over speed bumps. What I mean by that is like the oil pan, the exhaust, close to the ground regardless. So you really don't want to lower these things. Especially you have to go through if you have to go through speed bumps like I do every single day. That's why I don't bring the Camaro out that much. But I'm gonna go ahead and just put it back on stock springs, because I put some E-Bach springs on it, which I don't really recommend for this car at all. It just doesn't handle it too well. It handles great, but it's just so low. And there's another Camaro over there. It's just too low. You can't do anything with it. I'm so scared about just knocking out my oil pan. And when I went to go change my oil, one place didn't want to do it because it said it was too damaged. Oh, it's still good to go and everything, but we just don't want to touch it and everything. And I'm like, yeah. But finally took it to another spot. They got it changed out for me. We got that changed and everything, full synthetic, the good stuff. Oh, see, it's just, the suspension is just no good on this thing. It's just been sitting for so long. It's all crap right now. BMW, the only issue that has on coilovers, so I can actually just raise them up, and then I'm good to go. But for this one, it's just putting it back on. Probably full setup, struts, coils, whatever they're called, suspension, and just getting it back to stock. I think that's probably going to be the best thing. It handles well enough. It's going to do exactly what I need it to do, and that's basically, natural trace, whenever I get a chance. Once it gets nicer, we're in Nashville, so it's getting colder and colder as the days go on. It's like 30 at night now, so I really don't like taking this thing unless it's daytime when there's no snow, ice, or anything like that. But getting to work, so I have all the cars there, so I gotta go check them out. Whee! With the shoddy springs, it definitely throws off the balance of this car. It definitely just makes it way too hoppy. There's just not enough travel for it. I want to drive the damn thing, Of course. I want to drive the damn thing. That's definitely what my goal is with all these cars that I'm going to be trying to get now. It's more driver cars, things that I can actually take out, drive a nice road, have fun with it. I don't know what my next car is going to be. I do want to have just about 5 or 6, and I think that will be enough. I probably might be looking into a newer 3 Series. But I don't know. Camaro, Mustang. We'll figure it out. Lots of options. I just love how slow this thing is. The BMW and this car. 200 horsepower. I think they both have about 200 horsepower. Audi. Alright. This one I think has, from the factory, 210 horsepower, like 180 torque or something like that, I think, give or take. The BMW has like 180 horse, 170 torque, but I think it weighs just a little bit less. So I'm thinking they're just about identical. That's why I think that's perfect, even more. They're from the same era, so it's very different, or very interesting to have a BMW base model, I guess you can call it. You have the M3, kind of like the Super Sport Camaro, just kind of next to each other, so it's just weird. I think it's interesting having that. The base model version. I'm a base model baller, boy. Base model ballers. It's gonna be my go-to name. I like it. Base model ballers. Yeet. Back here with the car. Got the babies right there. I think I actually have a replacement dash up here. I don't remember. Gotta check that out. Alright. I think, look in here, a bunch of crap in here. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So this thing right here is actually the, not a replacement, but a dash cover. Thing goes this way. It's backwards. I can do this. You can do this, I promise. You told me it doesn't fit. I probably gotta bend it and everything, but I'll do this in a minute. I gotta get inside, but once I get out, we'll start working on it. Put the window up. We'll be back. Woo! Well, I've been complaining about my Camaro needing air in its tire because it keeps going flat. I've been trying to make time to go to a spot to get it filled up or fixed. As you can see, I'm just wanting to get low. Well, wouldn't you know it? Oh shit, I forgot about this. I'll figure this out in a minute. But wouldn't you know it, right in front of us, a new tire shop opened up. The owner came by. I'm going to take the Camaro and see if I can get that fixed right now. Hopefully it's nothing too major. It's a pretty roady tire in a way, but hopefully it's not too much. But let's figure this out. Well, I got it up in there. Damn. It's pretty cool. It came with the glue. I don't remember where I put it. So that's why it's like that. You can see all the broken pieces right here. You know, God bless GM. Oh shit, this is new. Yeah, that's definitely new. I don't remember that. Get that glued on and everything. That's gonna look pretty good. I mean, GM is known for having just crappy dashes and everything on these older models. Even the new ones. Even if you look at the new Escalades, every new Escalade, look at the center console where you put your arm on it. It's always ripped up or it's curling up or something. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get this checked out. See what happens. See what he has to say. And this dash is just all falling apart. Gotta drive it more. Feel bad for it. Oh, let's see what he says. Let's see what happens. Get in the zone, sisters. AutoZone, sailors. Alright, heading out of old AutoZone. And to get with Sam, my man, to go ahead and get all the junk installed on the beautiful Camaro. And I found a new exhaust system that I'm going to be trying to get installed on this thing. Borla. Apparently these are just really bad with drone and everything. The 3800 V6s are just no good with that. They all sound like crap. It sounds like a vacuum cleaner no matter what you do with it. But apparently there's a specific Borla, I'll put it in here somewhere, with a 3-inch pipe. No, it's not gonna make it sound like a V8. It's gonna make it sound really good. It gets rid of the drone, it gets rid of that real raspy noise. I like raspy. It reminds me of Vipers and V10s and everything. But this one just sounds like a vacuum cleaner. It has no real tone to it. It just sounds like it's just coughing up the air. But yeah, I'm gonna get with Sam and we'll see what he says about all this junk that's in my trunk. Boy. Also, a quick thing, my blinkers stopped working. Put it to the left, put it to the right, none of it works. So I'm not sure if that's just a fuse issue or something's going on. But I got new head and tail lights that I'm going to be ordering real soon with the seat that I want to get replaced too. Just another thing, I'm sure it's something simple. It was working last night and it just stopped. So I'm not sure if it's something with the actual head and tail lights where just something went off, or it's just a fuse, a wire, something dumb, but let's see if we can get that fixed. And then we got to get this prepped and ready to go because I'm going to paint it. I'm not sure what color to paint it yet. If you have an opinion about what color looks good on these, let me know. Look at these idiots, these crackheads running across the street. Yee! Asheville, what happened to you? Alright, we're here with Sam, just got here. I'm gonna run inside, talk to him, and see what we can do. See what we can do for this old bastard. Let's check it out. We've got it all locked in, ready to go. I'm gonna give the keys to him. We're gonna go ahead and call an Uber, get to the restaurant where the BMW and the Honda is right now. We're gonna go. Gotta get to work. We're late. It's taking way too long to get back. It's taking my sweet damn time. Let's go. All right. Saying goodbye to the Camaro for now. Next time it should have the new grill, the rear shocks, the new steering wheel installed, and some other little junk that's needed here and there, the brakes and all that. Should be good. But wait for my Uber, and I'll be out of here and back to work, and we'll see where we pick up for next time. So yeah, it's good. Woo. Well, the Camaro was dropped off. It is cold. That's not going to be done for a couple more days. So what I think I'm going to do is just see what I can do with the BMW. The code's going on right now. I think a majority of it can be fixed with a new exhaust system because it's straight piped. Over there in Kentucky, they don't have admission tests like we do here in Nashville. So I do have to have it where it can pass admissions, where that basically means no check engine light, no any of that stuff. I'm just waiting for the Camaro to come back so I can start really working on the BMW. I got a new shift knob Honda Accord. I got this one at an Import Alliance earlier this year. And I really recommend it. You don't buy or install, don't put on these copper adapters. I think it's copper, but whatever it is, it doesn't want to come off anymore. I tried to get in some pliers, I tried getting some other stuff on it. It just doesn't want to come off at all. So I'm stuck with this one. So I can't get that one off, but yep, I can't get that one off, so I can put on this one again. This one is a weighted shift knob. I don't know what exact brand it is or anything like that, but this one is heavy compared to a light cheap one. I literally put it on just to see what it would look like, and now I can't take the damn thing off. So I'm not really happy with that. I don't want to use the shift knob anymore. So I'm just gonna, I ordered a new one, a new weighted shift knob that requires adapters, so hopefully that one will work on this one. Not 100% sure, but we'll figure it out. Once that comes in, we'll just see how it fits. But until then, I am out. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.